Creative Stampers, how are you? And welcome back to Creating with Kristina. So it is Monday night. Monday night Stampin' is back at 7:30. Oh my gosh, we've spent the whole day catching up on football games that we recorded all weekend. So it really does feel like Monday night football around here. Oh my gosh. I know I'm on just a wee bit early, but I need to make sure I am doing a brand new streaming service. This is called Restream. I used to use StreamYard, but they got really expensive. So I'm trying my hand at this new one, and I don't know if it's coming on or not. And I don't even know if I can see y'all's comments or not. I see Rosie Walker said hello from YouTube. So hopefully, um, I'm getting Facebook on here also. If you're watching on Facebook, be sure to say hello so I can see the comments come in. There we go. Hello, Linda. Awesome. Okay, so my YouTube and my Facebook people are here, and I assume you can hear me because you didn't say anything about not being able to hear me. And oh, there's Shannon. She says, sounds good. All right. All right. Oh, I am so thankful, you guys, for y'all letting me have August off. Oh my gosh, it made a world of difference just not having to worry about having a live ready to go and stuff like that for a whole month. I got a lot of just free time crafting done, but also a lot of house organizing done, cleaning, stuff like that. All right. So thank you again. And those of you who took advantage of the free stamp set in August. So if you made a purchase, you got the free stamp set. I sent out the first 2-week orders, but I haven't sent out the last of August. So the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So I'll be getting those done this week. I started on them today, but then I realized today is Labor Day and there's no mail service. So I said, well, I'll just wait till tomorrow. So awesome. Hello. We've got Marianne and Deborah, Charlotte, and Luana. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are back with me. This is so awesome. All right. Another thing is catalog. Wow. Can you believe it? The holiday catalog will be live on Wednesday. Okay. A lot of you got yours already. You are just biting at the bit to get your order in. Keep working on that wish list. And on Wednesday, you'll be able to order. But there is more than just the catalog on Wednesday, you guys. There's going to be some online exclusives. So be sure to go to the computer, either on your phone or on the laptop or on the hard desktop. That's what I'm trying to say. And just go to stampinup.com and it'll have a banner that says online and you'll be able to just click it. You can also just go to the menu section and go to online and it'll have all the newest stuff at the top. But tonight's paper that I'm using is in the catalog. I did a Halloween pre-recorded scrapbook video that I'll be releasing later this week, and it's using the Halloween stuff from the online. Okay, so yeah, you'll just have to use the online store if you want to see everything. All right. Oh gosh. All right. Well, we've also got Diane and Terry, Amanda, Joy, Teresa. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. All right, let's get on with this. So, oh, and one more thing about this streaming service versus StreamYard. In StreamYard, I could put my picture down in the corner. Supposedly, I should be able to do it with Restream, but I haven't figured it out. So until then, we're just going to flip-flop back and forth between the front camera and the overhead camera. So with that, let's get on to our scrapbook page. All right. So like I said, this is, well, I didn't tell you. I'm doing a scrapbook layout. I'm documenting a very special day when I took 5 of my grandkids to the pumpkin patch. We had the best time. We climbed hay bales. Of course, we were taking tons of pictures and making lots of memories. Now, I used the Autumn Toile paper. Okay. Basically, I use this pumpkin paper right here for my pumpkin patch. But you get three, not just 2, but 3 of each, 2-sided of 4 different things. You still get 12 sheets. But look at that. Don't you love that? All the browns and tans and gray. Oh, it's so clean and It just, I love it. Simple, simple and clean. And then this side is very beautiful too. And it has a stamp set and bling and ribbon and everything that goes with it. It's an entire suite. It is in the holiday catalog, but I didn't use that stamp set. I used this stamp set instead. So this one is online exclusive, and it is the beautiful pumpkin. It has "So grateful to have a friend like you and thankful for the small things," and then the stems and the pumpkin. So I did a bunch with that. All right. So now this sketch is a perfect layout for when you have lots and lots of photos. I have 10 photos with me tonight, and they're not little bitty. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, lots of photos, and then they're all like 2 inches. No, these are not all little bitty. Okay. Anyways, so I have 2 portraits, 2 landscape, 4x6, and then I have 6 3.5 squares. Okay. Anyways, it's just a great way to get all these pictures. So let me show you the pictures. We've got the 5 of my grandkids there in the giant pumpkin patch chair. Cute little fellas, aren't they? And then here are the 2 little ones in the hay maze. And then they had a bunch of these character cutouts, and they were posing like their favorite character. They had a pumpkin bounce house. Yeah. So lots of fun stuff. And then my little sweet Zoe holding her pumpkin, and the 2 sisters. And then my older granddaughter being silly in the stalks, and she climbed all the way to the top of the haystack. So fun. All right. So those are the pictures. And the paper. Now, the base of my scrapbook pages here is actually from the textured. Help me out. Botanical Textures. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. But anyways, it was a bunch of different like basket weave. And this is the linen side. And I love having just a little something in my background, very subtle. Just plain stark white cardstock is kind of boring. Now, sometimes I'll take the white cardstock and I'll stamp on it, but this linen is so beautiful with this pumpkin paper. All right. So if you're a card maker, remember that these 2 go great together. And of course, the color is Cajun Craze and Old Olive and Pumpkin Pie. So pecan pie, not pumpkin pie. All right, my sketch. So the first thing I need to do is get my bases down so they don't move around. So let me, this is repositionable tape, and it just helps it stick, and then I can just rub it off when I'm done. But it keeps it from moving around while I'm working. I think I'm going to lift that up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then this one over here. Okay. There we go. Make sure they're going the same way. Yeah, there's actually a grain to the linen. All right. Okay, I think I got that on there straight. I don't know. Okay, I think it's good. It's good, right? All right. Now, you're going to need 2 4x12. Now, when I started cutting this out, I wasn't thinking. I cut this 4x12 off of my 12x12 paper. All right. And that's going to go right there. Well, the next one goes here. However, if I had just cut another 4x12 here, it would have been sideways, and I wouldn't have liked that. And you know what? My camera is backwards. I got to figure out how to make my camera not do the mirror. I mean, to do the mirror image so that the words and stuff aren't backwards. So hold on. Let me see. Did Flower Mound Pumpkin Patch come out backwards? Yes, it is. All right. Hold on. Let's see if I can't figure this one out. Yes. Sometimes I amaze myself. All right. Yep. Everything seemed backwards. Here you go. So there's Flower Mound Pumpkin Patch. All right. Figured that one out. So this one, what I did instead of cutting a whole nother 12x12 sheet, which I could have because there are 3 in the pack, I just took these 2 from here and cut it like that. So I'm going to be overlapping it. I'll trim it, overlap it. And you really won't see that because where the photo lays, and it's so busy, the paper's so busy, you really don't see it. So let me go ahead and get these two stuck down. Now I want my permanent tape, get rid of the repositionable. This one on this side is going to go flush with the inside edge of the page. Okay. I've got an itchy nose. It must be fall allergies are already starting. There we go. All right, so that one's done. This one, we'll put this one on first. Okay. And I want it up, oh, did I want it up 1 inch or 1/2 inch? I can't remember now. I think it's 1 inch. Okay, so, and I'm just eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so something like that. I'm not going to press it down yet. Let's get this one in first. And this I'm going to tuck underneath, or I could put it on top, either right up next to, see if I can get it right up next to it. Okay. Oh, and now I would put it on this side. However, I'm not sure how far because I'm not measuring. So I'm just going to put a strip of adhesive there. And so that way it'll be stuck on that side. All right. So let's bump this up against there. All right. That's looking good. All right. Yep. And now just take my snips. Hold on. Look, I can, because it's repositionable tape, I can lift it up easy. Okay. This would be easier with a longer pair of snips, but that's okay. Now I have a piece of scrap for something else. All right. So far, so good. Here we go. Put that back on there. There we go. Now, remember, this layout is going to be in the blog. I'm being really good about keeping the blog up to date. Okay. And so we'll have pictures of up close of this layout plus the sketch that has the measurements and everything in it. All right. You won't have to download it or anything. It's just right there on the blog for you to follow along. Now that I have this part done, the next thing I want to do is add some solid cardstock for photo frames. This is 8 by 10, and it's going to go right here. All right. These are 4 by 6. Come here. And they are going to go right here. All right. Looking pretty good, huh? Yeah. This one is evenly spaced the best you can. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, like I said, I'm not real exact on all these things. And depending on how you've cut your photos, you may want to put it in a different place. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do here for our photos is these 2 horizontals. Now, I print my photos usually with a white border, and I thought the white would be okay, but when I put it up against the Cajun Craze and all of this beige back here, it just clashed. So I trimmed it down just a wee bit because my white borders are usually 1/4 inch all the way around. I trimmed it down so it was about 1/8 of an inch. And then I put it on early espresso. So these are going to go right there. All right. Now I'm pushing them over to the side here to the left because I want to layer my 3 by 3s here. Okay. All right. So far, so good. All right. And let's see where those 3 by 3s are. Oh, and I need to adhere these to the Cajun Craze. All right, so here is the 2 sisters. Here is Nana and Zoe. And see what I mean by that? It lays right on the seam. You just can't even hardly see that there's a seam there. And then the bounce house. Put the bounce house there. And then we've got my oldest with the panda, my second oldest. Well, actually, he's not the second oldest, but he's the oldest one in the next oldest who did pictures with the characters. And then his little brother. All right, so there we go. We've got all the pictures. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let's get all this tacked down now. So do you all go out with the pumpkin patches with your grandkids? Such a fun thing. I know some of you don't live close enough to your grandkids. Some of you don't have grandkids. Sometimes I just like to go out to the pumpkin patch with a friend. We have a farm out here in Grapevine, Texas, that actually has a life-size corn maze, and it's fun enough for adults. I mean, usually the mazes are so simple, but this thing is huge and you really can get lost in it. Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. So I like to try to do that every year. Try to get the grandkids to go, but now that they're all in competition dance and competition, they're in dance. It's not competition soccer. It's soccer, but not like the dance. The dance is every day. Big recital at Christmas. They're doing the Nutcracker, and then she's auditioning for tryouts for the big dance competition. This one here. Yeah, so there's a lot going on with the grandkids as they get older. I tell you that. Okay. And put this in here now. I want to try to get this centered. So here's 6. And I want to go about halfway there and about right there. Okay. So there we go. And then these two just kind of evenly spaced. So right up against that seam is perfect. And then I'll try to do the same thing on the other side. Whoops. Oh, no. You have to be careful with adhesive on photographs. If you get adhesive on these glossy photos, it just sticks like crazy and you can't get it off, and then it tears the picture and it's such a disaster. All right. Okay, all those are stuck down. Let's do this side. All right, so we've got these two. And like I said, I'm just centering them, just kind of eyeballing it. There we go. Let's see, where is the 6? Just hold on for a sec. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 right there. So if I want to try to get that as centered as possible, that about right there. And then that would put this one about right there. Oh, whoops, that one tilted. I don't know. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm looking on the camera. Looks pretty even on the camera. All right. And last but not least, let's put the middle one in first. So let's see. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? Oh, I realized what happened now. Okay, no, I didn't. So I did 6 on this side, but I went to 6 here, and I'm like, that's not even. I forgot I went up an inch down here at the bottom. So 7 is actually in the center here. All right. Anyways, what I was talking about. I was talking about, oh, my change in schedule. Yes, if you guys do not get the newsletter, my email, I sent out an email letting you all know we're no longer going to do Wednesday card tutorials. I'm not going to do the challenges anymore. It was just a lot of extra work, and I just had to cut back somewhere. My fun folds are so popular. I didn't want to let those go, and I love scrapbooking, so I didn't want to let that go. So I had to let something go, and I let the challenge go. Now, that being said, you all are still free to please post your pictures on Kristina's Creative Stampers. That is our private Facebook group where we love to share photos and scrapbook pages and all fun things, paper crafting with Stampin' Up. Yeah, so we're going to do Monday night stamping, and then we're switching the Friday to the Thursday. I thought having my Fridays off was better than having my Thursdays off. I used to have my Thursdays off for doctor appointments, but it seemed like every time I had to make it a doctor's appointment, they never had Thursdays available anyways. And so I ended up having to make them on Mondays and Tuesdays. So I said, you know what, let's just free up Fridays instead. So from now on, our fun folds will be on Thursdays at 10 o'clock. So if you didn't get the email, be sure to be signed up for that, and I'll keep reminding you guys. All right, let me look through the comments before I continue. I'm so glad I can see y'all's comments. I was so worried that it wasn't going to work, but I think this new streaming service, it's like a fraction of what I was paying with the other service. So this is great. Okay. Loretta says, no grandkids and no pumpkin patch in our area. They have a corn maze, but I can't attend because of my allergies. Oh, Loretta, I'm sorry. But I do love looking at my friends' pics. Okay, well, there you go. All right, so we've got our pictures on there. We've got our paper on there. Now we need to jazz it up a bit. What do you say? First of all, this transition between this paper and the linen, they are so similar, it's kind of hard to see it. So I thought, let's pull out a little piece of pumpkin pie, and look what that does. It just, boom, pops. All right, so we're going to do that. Now, this is an itty bitty strip. It's only 1/4 of an inch. It's barely 1/4 of an inch. So instead of the tape runner, I'm going to get out the glue and just put itty bitty dots of glue. Now, if you're not comfortable with the glue this little, get out your glue dots, okay? But I'm just going to make some little tiny glue dots here. Whoops, that one's a big one. That's going to squish out. Okay. Yeah, and if you let it try to suck back in when you squeeze it, I don't know if that makes any sense. You squeeze it, but then you leave it there. When you let go, it sucks it back in. So it only leaves a little bit behind. All right, so we're going to just put that right there on that border. Okay. Yeah, I think we got it. Nice. Awesome. All right, that looks good. Now, I'm going to put a border here also, but I don't need the whole strip, okay, because that would be a waste. So we're just going to put a little bit, where are my snips? A little bit here and a little bit here. There we go. And do these two. Nope. Go. Get underneath there. There we go. Come on. Just wanting to. I guess I didn't need to have it snipped that far back. There we go. That looks good. And now this one. Okay. Now that looks like that one has a brown one that's going all the way down. Now I was thinking about maybe putting a little bit in between here, but I haven't decided. So we're just going to leave that alone for now, just in case, because I can do it if I want to. But I want to get on to the good stuff. Now, remember I told you I love my Cricut machine. So I made this on the Cricut. It was very easy. I just used 2 different fonts. I take that back. I did this in font. I found the hello. I typed in hello in the scripts and this popped up. So I grabbed that, put it on my canvas. Then I typed out gorgeous, and that's 2 different text boxes. Okay. So I could stack them like that and make the just smaller, gorgeous. And then once I got them in the positions I liked, I flattened it. Then I used the Echo tool, the outline tool, and I outlined it. And then I flattened that, the Echo behind it. Then it went to the printer. It printed it out like this. Then it went to the cutting machine and it cut it out, and voila, I have a title. I love my Cricut so much. Okay, so hello, gorgeous. All right, so we need some gourds. I don't know, Marianne. I'm sure there is in one of the stamp sets on the online exclusives. You'll just have to look. I'm sorry. Marianne asked why there was no Thanksgiving stamp. And I haven't looked carefully enough to see where it might be. But if any of you all know, please help Marianne. That would be great. Okay, now these were the pumpkins that went with this paper set, but I just didn't like them. They didn't look, that just wasn't exactly the look I was going for. So I finished those off and then I said, nope, don't want them. So then, oops, that came off. It's supposed to be stuck on there. So I cut the little leaf out in the stem. I like that much better. Okay, and then we have a lot of vines, and those are going to go here like a border. Okay, let's have that one go that way. And we kind of spread those out so they look like they're kind of going like that. Then I have some little ones. So let's see, I think, yeah, that's what I had like that. All right, here's the tractor I found. OMG, is that the cutest thing? And so I just put that on my Canva, new canvas. Actually, I did it with this one. So they printed together and cut out together. And of course, I did this on the vanilla cardstock. And so this cute tractor is going to go down here with some pumpkins. Then we have this pumpkin and gourd, same one like this one. Let's see, that one goes that way. I think this one went the other way. Yeah. It's hard to remember which way I do things. Yeah. Or maybe I did them both that way. I don't know. I do know that this goes here. These two go down here with this guy. Okay. All right. So we got those. We've got this other pumpkin. Oh, I remember I was going to put one up here because I didn't like that space. Let's see. What was I? It's hard to go back and remember what you planned. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay. I think these vines went up here somewhere like that. Yeah. Okay, I'm not using the wheat, so let me get those out of the way. And then I have some more pumpkin stems, but I don't need those. But I do have a couple more leaves. All right, so yeah. I just don't like those two leaves sticking next to each other, but I do like it coming out from behind there. So let me see if I can't take that off of there. Oh, yes, that came off beautifully. There we go. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so now I have a pumpkin there. Yeah, and then a hello gorgeous and room for journaling. Oh, and my thing was I couldn't put a pumpkin there because Lila's there, and I can't cover up Lila. I need room to write. Anyways, so that's kind of how that. Yeah, there was maybe I put a pumpkin there. Y'all help me. I'm going live is sometimes crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Yeah, it's driving me crazy that there's this space. Maybe my picture wasn't that close. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe everything was pushed over more. Oh, well, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let's get all this glued down. Where's my glue? Because this is going to take a bit. So let me quickly put a couple of dots on here. All right. Let's see. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? So I told you about the new schedule. I told you Wednesday is the catalog. Okay. So if you guys have been trying to order and it's not working, it's because you can't order until Wednesday. Let's see what else. The online exclusives are separate. You're going to have to go to the computer to find those. Okay. And there's and there's new kits coming out. Oh my gosh, there's so much coming out on Wednesday. It's crazy. Yeah, new kits, online, new catalog. Woo, so much to choose from. So what I did is I only bought fall stuff this first go around. Next go around, I'll be doing my Christmas. There's so many beautiful Christmas things. Speaking of which, so the card kit by mail this month is the Painterly Pears. That's still fairly fall. It's not one of these fall things. But then I thought, you know, I've got to get into Christmas cards. So October and November's card kits will be Christmas card kits. Okay. So hopefully that'll be good for you. All right. I feel like this needs something else. I'm really, maybe I put it up there. I don't know. All right. All that's glued down. Let's glue this side down. Wow. Okay, you are going to be able to find this. I'm going to take pictures of this when I'm done. I'm going to put them on my blog, creatingwithkristina.com. I'm going to have a picture of the sketch. All right. Now, the sketch is nice because you can redo the pictures in different sizes. Like, hold on, let me glue this vine down and I'll tell you what I mean by that. Instead of these 4x6 photos, you can do 3x4s. Okay. And put two 3x4s where a 4x6 is. All right. Now there will be a little gap between them unless you want them to be together. So they'll stick out further than a 4x6 will if you leave a little gap, but that's okay. There we go. Let's put that there. Oh, this is looking awesome. Okay. I forgot to glue this one down over here. I remember that. Okay, so the last thing I have, oh, and bling, of course. You can't do anything without bling. I'll bring that down so I have more room to write. Yeah. All right, let me grab my bling. There is gorgeous bling. So this is the bling that goes with this suite, but then the other fall has the darker ones. So there's two different fall bundles, this one and the Gathering Moments, which maybe the Gathering Moments has Thanksgiving. I want the sketch, thanks. Oh, yeah, sure, Loretta, you're going to get it. Yeah, it'll be on my blog. All right. Yeah, so 1 and a 2 and a 3. There we go. That looks good. And then over here, oh, I haven't done the tractor yet. Eeks. Yeah, it always takes a while to get all the decorating done. But that's the fun part, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. There we go. And just put that tractor right there where the red kind of ends. Yeah. And then these two little pumpkins. Come on. There we go. Awesome. Okay. And then get a couple of dots over here. Just a couple. 1 and 2, maybe one up here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's make sure we got it all. Okay, so the last thing I have to do is figure out my title. I wish I had put the haystack over here. That would have been, dang. That's all right. It's all good. Maybe I can pick it up and read it. I like this because it's the focal, but I'm thinking, can these pull up? No, darn it. They're down. All right. I'll figure this out. Okay, I can't cover her head. That would not be good. I don't really want to cover her body. I don't want it this far down. I don't have anywhere to write. If I can't go too far up, I kind of go up there. Right there. And then maybe put the pumpkin over here. How's that look? Yeah, it looks too high up. Okay. Y'all don't have any other ideas for me? Oh, yes, Loretta. The new kit for Christmas has red truck. Yeah, that'll be available Wednesday. Yeah, so cute. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying learning all this. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Yes, it was a fun day, Teresa. Okay. Um, I'm just gonna have to make a decision, I think, and just stick it there. Yeah, that's all I can do. Actually, I'm gonna put it down with tape though instead of glue. So if I do want to get it back up, hopefully I can. All right, and then I don't want this to be in her head. How's that look? All right. Okay, and we are done. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, you'll be able to get close-up pictures of all of this, the sketch, all the rest of the details over on my blog when I get it all up. Don't forget to meet me on Thursday here for Thursday's Fun Fold card class or card demonstration. And I think that's it. Let me switch over to my other face because I don't get my face in the bottom anymore. Yay! You all have a blessed Monday. I'll see y'all back Thursday. And if you ever have any comments or questions and I don't get to you, just email me, Kristina at creatingwithkristina.com. Okay? Double check, make sure I didn't miss any questions. Yes, that's a good idea. Loretta says, could you add splatter around the title in Cajun Craze? That's a great idea. All right, I'll play around with it a little bit before I take pictures, and then I'll put it on the blog, and y'all see what I finally come up with. Okay, bye-bye.